Hi Pisces and Pisces rising. Here's your horoscope for November 2024. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. All right, eclipse season is behind us and now we're entering a whole new world. The energy continues to transform this month. So as we go into 2025, the energy is going to be a little strange, but there's good news this month for many of you who are a Pisces rising or a Pisces sun sign. This is a Western astrology tropical reading using the whole house systems. It's a very basic, very general overview because everyone's birth chart and everyone's birthday is completely different under the sign. So again, take it as just a simple way of looking at the trends that are taking place so you could plan accordingly, okay? But there's good news this month, Pisces and Pisces rising. Some relief is on the way, and this is because of Saturn right there. Saturn is going to go direct this month, around the middle of the month, which will alleviate some of the stress and worry that you might have been feeling. Saturn in the first house is very heavy. It's very draining. It makes you feel like you're carrying around a 50-pound bag of potatoes on your back. And when this moves direct, you could have a little bit more clarity coming in. So that's going to be very helpful. And then we also have a new moon that's going to activate this ninth house of higher learning, traveling, expectations, higher purpose. And so this should give you a little bit more inspiration. Now, as we begin the month, we could see this Pluto and this Mars are still at odds with each other. And this is causing a lot of tension on every sign, not just yours. And this is going to be highlighted on November the 3rd, and I will cover that in a second. But this is one of the most volatile alignments in astrology, Pluto versus Cancer, Mars in Cancer. It's very edgy. It's explosive at a moment's notice. It's a little chaotic, okay? But we're all feeling it. Don't take it personally, like you're the only one feeling it. This month, the full moon is going to activate all the creativity and all your ideas. It's going to be closely aligned to Uranus, so a lot of surprises in the mix. But as we start off, the sun and the moon right there in the ninth house, this makes for a new moon. So the new moon on the very first day of November is going to be in 9 degrees of Scorpio. So wherever that is in your actual birth chart, that's the area that you need to look at. But generally speaking, the ninth house and having a new moon in a water sign like yours is very favorable. We have a lot of water out there right now. Saturn's in Pisces, Neptune's in Pisces, Mars is in Cancer, and Mercury is in Scorpio. So there's a lot of water signs. So that means a lot of feelings, emotions, and nostalgia. But when a new moon gets activated like this, especially in Scorpio is a very intense sign. It wants to do, it wants to go. It's suggesting I need to take a new course of action. I need a new belief system. I need to, pull up myself and move forward. And that's what this new moon is going to do for many of you. It's in the ninth house, so it has to do with the higher purpose of life, the meaning, politics, religion. All of this stuff is going to play under this umbrella. And traveling. The ninth house loves to travel. So either maybe take some short trips if you can, or if you have to take long distance trips, that's okay too. But it's a very passionate sign, and there will be a lot of emotion involved with whatever you're doing. So enjoy what you're doing and where you're going and what you're learning, because this new moon is going to help you out a lot. Now, there's some more good news. Mercury enters Sagittarius on the 2nd, right there in your career sector. And we already have Venus in there as well. So this is about your career. So maybe, you're doing a lot of talking for work, or you're planning something about your job, or you're talking to the higher ups. But Mercury in Sagittarius tends to be a little bit more optimistic. So you're full of ideas, you're looking towards the future. You're having important conversations with coworkers or, people in your company. And so this is going to be a very important time for many of you. A lot of strategic planning is going to take place here. Now, by the end of the month, Mercury will go retrograde in Sagittarius in this 10th house, and I will cover that later on in the video. But it's really not anything to worry about. Retro just means going back, and Mercury in Sagittarius retrograde is not that bad at all. We become more nostalgic than normal, but I'll cover that in a little bit. Now, here's the big alignment that I was telling you about, Mars and Pluto. Mars is about friction. It's about battle. It's about, wanting to be challenged. And it's in Cancer, which is about emotions and feelings and family and foundation, versus Pluto in Capricorn, which is about structure and control. And so this is back and forth, this tension energy, which is going to be heightened on the 3rd. So if you live in the United States, it may affect the elections. This is what all of us astrologers are saying, that this is going to be an unusual election or strange election, or, there might be a lot of conflict around this election. So we might see some of that stuff evolving. I mean, I'm doing this video in October. So, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So Pisces, don't take this personally. You're one of the signs that takes things personally, like you're directly affected by it, because you guys are like sponges. You pick up on everybody else's energy and you think it's your own. So this is going to be high tension, high nervous energy. And so, stay around water, take longer baths, showers. Anything to do with water will help calm you during that tension-filled alignment. Now, the following day, Mars enters Leo, which is a much better placement for Mars. Mars in Leo is very creative, and it's very driven. And here it enters your 6th house, and it'll be in this 6th house for the next about 6 weeks or so, this is a golden opportunity for many of you to take advantage of things like working out, spending time at work and accomplishing things, being very creative at work. This could be a very good time for all of that. So take advantage while the energy is and the momentum is going into a stronger sign. You see how it works? And so this is going to be something that could benefit you quite a bit in the next 6 weeks. All right, especially with the health matters. Now, Venus enters Capricorn on the 11th, right there. And Venus in Capricorn is a bit restrictive when it comes to relationships. Venus is about relationships. Capricorn's all about structure and foundation and organizing and being meticulous. So in the 11th house, it has to do with organizations, charities, community, technology. And so you find yourself now, either associated with an organization or wanting to help or being a part of an organization. And it's probably a very social time for many of you as well. So I would say, don't think of this as a romantic time. Think of this as let's get organized, get people together, and make things happen kind of time, okay? And that's what Venus is going to do for about 5 weeks going through that 11th house. But it is very social. Now, here's where the things start to turn for you guys. Saturn goes direct in Pisces right there on the 15th. So there it is in stationary position. And over the week from now, it'll start moving direct again, 1 degree every couple of weeks. So it's not a very fast mover. And so, but at least it's in forward motion. So this is going to be really good to be organized and meticulous and to get things done, to pull yourself up between the Mars in Leo and now Saturn moving direct. It could absolutely motivate you. So I would say take charge. Now, the same day, later in the afternoon, the full moon in Taurus also activates the 3rd house of communication and ideas. Now, it's going to be very closely aligned to Uranus. It's a conjunction, actually, at 24 degrees. So this could bring in some surprises, some surprise revelations, surprise news. You might have all kinds of creative ideas that come out of nowhere. Please jot them down. If you're in a creative field or artist or, somebody that works with architecture or organizing, this could be a very powerful time for insights. All right. The other thing it could affect is, what's going on in the crazy world right now with the economic situation. That's changing dramatically, and everyone's kind of starting to see it now. That whoever's running this planet is trying to change the financial system, and that could be news about that surprises us. So November is definitely a month full of surprises. Again, pay attention, listen to your spidey senses. Now, Pluto enters Aquarius on the 19th. Now, this is pretty big because Pluto is not going to go back into Capricorn ever again. As a matter of fact, it'll be another 240 years before it goes back into Capricorn, circling the whole chart. But for the meantime, Pluto in Aquarius in your 12th house is basically asking you to dive deeper into your spirit, Dive deeper into your subconscious. Dive deeper into these other realms of consciousness. Over the next 18 to 20 years, as Pluto makes its slow move through the 12th, many of you may want to discover how the world really works, like going into quantum physics and understanding the mechanics of quantum physics. Understanding spirituality. Where does the soul go when we cross over? How do things work at the molecular level? Many of you are going to become great investigators during this time. Okay. The only downside to this is, you might feel like you need to spend more time by yourself. Because Pluto likes to hide out, but Pluto is an investigator. So many of you should start investigating, what life is really all about. Why are we here? What makes up this world? You're going to become so curious about the world that you cannot see. And many of you already sense this in your dreams because Pisces is very psychic. And you know what's going on, but you'll get a better grasp or understanding of the psychic realm and the spiritual realm with Pluto going through this house. So take advantage of that. More optimism continues on the 21st as the sun enters your 10th house of career. So you should be flying high a little bit more now. The sun going through the 10th house shines a light on your career, and maybe people around you are noticing you at your work, and maybe you're getting more work. I mean, this could be a very important time for many of you. And so this is going to help you a lot over the course of the next 30 days. Of course, Mercury will go retrograde. There it is in stationary position before it goes retrograde, all the way till December the 15th, and it'll only stay in Sagittarius. Not a big deal. It's just about revisiting the past situations, past friendships, past conversations. Not a big deal. But I would say use this energy to your advantage here to get things done with your career, okay? Even though this is retrograde, it's not a bad retrograde with, like I said, in Sagittarius. Take advantage of this energy, okay? So there you have it. I've started a new program this month, and it has a lot to do with the extended horoscopes for the month. So I'm doing extended horoscopes in my Inner Circle community. And there I teach astrology. I give you weekly astrology. We do Zoom calls every Sunday, and you get to interact with everyone in the group. So consider joining, because there's another added bonus here of more content on the monthly astrology in the Inner Circle community. And I've left a link down below. Okay, so I hope you check it out, and I hope to see you in the Inner Circle. All right, have a great month, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.